Hi, this is Lori at Crystal Earth Magic with your crystal wisdom of the day. Today's crystal is lepidolite. Lepidolite is this beautiful, dreamy lavender purple stone. Comes in many forms. It is a very soft mineral. It contains a lot of lithium within it. Lepidolite carries the element of water energy. It is an ultimate heart healer and heart soother. It soothes emotional trauma. It calms high emotions. It makes you understand that you can release any of this emotional trauma, and it helps you to do so. By virtue of its carrying a lot of lithium within its body, this lithium does not have to be taken internally as it does in the medical world. You can just bring a stone carrying lithium within your field, and every molecule of lithium within your body will begin to vibrate in resonance with the stone you bring into your field. Lithium has a calming effect on the nervous system. It helps you release this emotional trauma, release these heart hurts. If you have had an emotional issue or are carrying hurt in your heart, lepidolite is the stone to work with to help you release that, to help you transmute that, to help you rise above that, to get beyond it. Understanding that any emotional pain that we've suffered is an opportunity for growth on so many levels. Usually we suffer emotionally and trauma-wise, emotionally heart hurt, because we don't feel worthy, because somebody has defined us and we allowed that to become part of our being. Nobody can define us but us. We are source energy. And when we let others define us, then we're not resonating with source energy anymore. We are letting another define us when only we can create whatever we want in our life. If we're part of source energy, how can we be ever thought of as less? We have to remember that on this earth plane. So we're going to have emotional traumas in our lives. That is part of living here in the 3D world. But how we react to them and how we process them is what is important. So lepidolite, this beautiful, beautiful stone. Even look at this beautiful, dreamy color. Doesn't it soothe you just by looking at it? Imagine bringing it into your field, putting it over your heart, and letting it teach you that you're not defined by your emotional traumas, by your rejections, by anything that made you feel less than this beautiful angelic source energy that you are. You cannot be defined by that. These are learning experiences. So take them and incorporate the learning and leave the hurt. You don't need to keep this any longer. If you've learned from an event, why keep it as baggage within your being? Just let it go. Lepidolite helps you accept what is so that you can further move on to create something new in the future and imagine what could be. So not only is it a heart healing stone, it helps us accept. When we accept something that has come to pass, it doesn't mean that we condone it. If someone has hurt us in a brutal way or anyway, it doesn't mean that we condone that behavior. It just means that we are no longer going to let it define us or limit us or remain as baggage within our being. That prevents us from moving on. And it also remains within us so that we can't hold as much light as we could if we released it. So accepting these things, coming to terms with these things, not approving of these things, that's okay, but just letting them go, accepting that they happened, looking for the greater lesson within every experience, because there is always greater meaning than appears on the surface. And lepidolite will help you get past that. Once we release some of that baggage, some of that trauma, some of those issues, those heart issues that we carry within us, we are able to see the greater wisdom within an event. Or within a relationship, or whatever it is that hurts you. Just understand that's part of life. And holding on to it is your choice. Letting go is also your choice. So let lepidolite help you release these things. Accept what is, accept what came to pass, because you cannot change that. You can change the way you look at it, however. You can change your perception. And if you look at something as a lesson, as an opportunity for growth, it's a whole lot better than looking at it as somebody tried to hurt me and because I am just less than worthy. It's a different way of looking at it. The perspective changes everything. When you change the way you look at things, everything changes. And so remember that. Lepidolite teaches us that with its soothing water element. Water helps us to release that which no longer serves us. It helps us to go with the flow. Lepidolite asks us to trust in the divine wisdom of the universe, the divine love of the universe, and just accept these things as part of the learning process, part of the lessons, the opportunity for growth that we planned for ourselves before we incarnated. But we don't have to suffer. Let Lepidolite teach you the vibration of releasing these things, accepting these things, and moving on in joy, able to hold more light of Source within your being. This is your crystal wisdom for the day. If you like these tips, you can get more for free on my website at crystalearthmagic.com and click on the free video and audio tab. Crystal blessings.